Okay. All right. There we go. I don't usually do it on my phone, so I don't know exactly how all this works. Hello, Melaine. Hi, Jamie. It's almost time. A couple of minutes. Oh, well, good. I'm glad it looks good. Looks right. Yeah, Betty, glad you're on today. That you're in a space where you could connect. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Nancy. You got folks popping on here. I'm going to give it another minute or so, and we'll get started. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Nancy. Got dust all over me. All right. Well, we got a few folks on, and I think it's close to time, and it's going to be a little different today. Not crazy different, but a little different. So, today, this afternoon, I've been working in the new choir room and the handbell room. You know, they're finished. And so I've been working around here, and I was thinking about some different things while I was working today. And my wife, Heather, came up and helped me today. And yeah, Beverly, I'm in the choir room. I'm going to show y'all here in just a second. And so we've been up here, and I was thinking about what I was going to say. And also want to tell Pam Hoybeck, my friend Pam, that Pam said, now don't you go doing all that without asking for some help. And Pam, I'm going to come back to that thought in just a minute. And there is more to do, but I did get some stuff done today. So I'm kind of excited about this. And so part of what today is going to be is I'm about to turn the camera around. I'm going to let you guys see what the choir room looks like now. So, and yes, Heather, thank you for your help. So here we go. I'm going to turn this thing around. Here we go. Now, it is not done, but for those of you that were here, I'm going to back out. We're going to come in. Here we go. It's like a live, we're in our live tour here. So here we go, coming into the choir room, and some of this is not, set in place yet, but there used to be a desk here. There's some chairs here now that'll have to go back in the sanctuary when they're done. And this is the desk here where Linda Tyler works and takes care of our library stuff. So all that's there. I'm going to swing around here, and you guys can see all the robes are back, and really appreciate Troy coming in, and all of the staff helped last week and helped move all the big stuff. So I had to help to move all the big stuff. And so really appreciate them stepping in and helping. And big thanks to Troy for getting all this back in place and putting all the robes back where they go. And there's more space. You guys, choir folks, are really going to be excited. There's some more space in the robe room now. I cleared out a lot of the stuff that was in here so that there's more space. So we're going to go this way. Yeah. And yeah, so you can see I've moved all the kids' instruments over here where the file cabinets used to be. And we've got some new art that's going to be going up on the walls that we got. And so that's happening. sometime. I don't know when, soon. But you can see here, there's all the file cabinets over there, and you can see that the room is much bigger than it was. It's several feet bigger. And so, you know, it's not done yet. So don't think it's done. But here's some of the stuff that's happening. And yeah, I know I got some folks that are going to want to help. And there's some stuff that still needs to be done. Several things, actually. So I'm going to be asking folks for help. Don't worry. I've already asked folks for help once. What I did today was just something that I needed to do. And I'm going to talk about that more in a minute. But I want to keep going. So now look, we're going into the handbell room. So here we go. And we got some stuff going here. And here we go. Look at that. I got all the handbell tables set up today, which was great. I really wanted to get that done. The week turned out to be the one that it was going to be hard for me to do this if I didn't get in here and do it today. And I set this up. I don't know. I thought I was being clever here, but I got this set up so that the handbell folks can come in here to these tables, see, and you can get your handbell. There's the handbell, and you can just turn around and put it right on your table. So there you go. Hey, Barbara. Yeah, Betty, closets. Look here. Now, handbells, folks, I'm going to tell you this again on Wednesday, but this is what I'm going to need your help with. Because look at all this. This is I just stuck all this stuff in the closet. And it needs to be organized. So this is a job for our intrepid handbell folks. Hi, Suzette. And so we got all this in here. But how cool to have this big closet that we have. And these closets over here are going to be for our sacristy stuff. They're empty right now, so there's nothing in there to see. And we got Linda Silva's computer desk and her desk over here. And this big old room here that we've got all set up for our handbell folks to come in and play. So I'm going to go back in here to the choir room. And you can see here this is 30 chairs set up. Kind of similar to the way that the choir loft is set up in the sanctuary. So I'm going to come back around here and okay. Well, that's exciting. It's a nice change. I'm glad that we are done with this part. And I know we're going to be all really happy when we're done with the other part. So that's why I got on my Weird Al shirt today. I wore it up here so I could get dusty. Everything was covered in dust. And so now let me get to what I want to talk about today, because I wanted you guys to see the choir room and all, because unless you're in choir handbells, or unless you just happen to walk through here on a Sunday morning, a lot of folks may not, see these areas because you just don't come in here. You don't have a reason to come through. And as I said, there's still work that we have left to do. But we got some big things done last Thursday. Got a bunch of really big stuff moved last Thursday, thanks to the staff. And then Heather came and helped me move some of the small stuff today and just kind of rearrange everything. But I was thinking about this true. So Pam is going to get on here. Pam usually watches at some point. And if she doesn't, I'll have to tell her, Pam, you got to watch this week because I talked about you. Pam and Bill came up to me yesterday morning and said, gosh, there's a lot of stuff to move in that room, and make sure that you ask for help when you need help to do it. And as I said, it just turned out today that I needed to get it done today because of the way the calendar this week is falling out. And we ended up where one of our members passed, and there's going to be a funeral on Thursday. And so that was kind of last minute, would have been when I got it done. And so I knew I had to get it done today. And it wasn't about that, I wanted to be like, I'm going to do it. And I'm the only one who can do it. I don't mind asking for help, trust me. But it was also something today that I wasn't 100% sure how I wanted the chairs arranged, how I wanted the handbell tables arranged. I had an idea in my mind, but I wasn't sure exactly what that was going to look like. And sometimes that can be really frustrating if you ask people to come out and volunteer their time, and then they stand around and watch you stare at the walls, and like, when's he going to make a decision? And then sometimes people, to try and help you, they want to give you an idea, so they say, well, try this or this or this or whatever, and and then sometimes it takes longer. So I knew this was something that I needed to just come in here and do, and just take the time and do it. So that's kind of the point that I want to make today, is that, I thought sometimes this is a good object lesson of what happens to us in life. That if you saw the handbell room yesterday, before we got in there and moved a bunch of stuff around, it was a mess. There was just, it was just cluttered, because that had become kind of the catch-all room for a lot of the things in this part of the building while construction was going on. So there were things that we put in there that they asked us to move. There was stuff the construction people moved in there, and nothing done in a bad way. Everything was taken care of and stacked neatly and all that. But it was just, we all understand that idea of like a junk drawer or a closet where you just put stuff, and it becomes kind of a mess. And as I was thinking about, what I was going to do with this, and thinking about it this morning when I found out how the week was going to go, I thought, I got to get in there and do it. And that's when it just struck me that this happens to us in our lives. There are things that we need to deal with in community. That's what we need to do. We need to deal with them in community. We need to deal with them with other people. We need to bring other people into our conversation to support us as we go through a process. Then there's some things that we just have to do. It's just the way it is. Today was one of those things. I needed to go in there and get the handbell room done, because I knew that I was the one who needed to do it. And I don't mean that I felt like nobody's going to help me. The opposite. I knew people were going to help me. But I knew that this was something that I had to take care of to get it done the way I needed to get it done, so that I didn't waste a bunch of other people's time, and so that I could work through the process I needed to work through. Okay? And that's really the point, I think, is that sometimes there are things that we have to deal with ourselves, that we have to work through our process. And I think a lot of times that's what we find. I'm sure at some point you've all been in a conversation with somebody, and the male in our culture tends to be more focused on this than the female, but that's not always the case. And you're talking to somebody and you're trying to give them advice or help or whatever, and it's just not working, and it's just frustrating them, because what they need in the moment is empathy. What they need in the moment is for you to just listen. And they're just trying to go through their process, and they have to go through their process on their own. Now, as Christians, the thing about this that is amazing and beautiful is that we're never alone, that God is always with us, and that when we work through those things that we have to work through on our own, those things that happen in our lives, that we just have to get into that mess in our mind or the closet or whatever, and we have to deal with, God's right there with us. And he helps us, and he walks through it with us, and Christ empowers us and strengthens us and gives us the patience and the love and the kindness that we need to deal with the things that we have to deal with. So I do want to just do a little song. It's one I've done before, so I'm not going to do the history of it, but it was the song that came to me as I was thinking about this process. And it's one that we've done before. It's In His Time. And that's just what I was thinking of, that these things happen in His time, and that if we journey with Jesus, then our life path will take the route it needs to take if we're following, if we're listening, if we're taking care of those things that we need to take care of, and if we're connecting to other people when we need help. Because that's the thing. This was something I needed to do today, but it's not finished. And I need help to finish it. And I've already got people in here saying, I'll help. And I know you will. And that's awesome. So just real quick, I just want to sing through In His Time. If you know the the words, it just goes, in His time, in His time. He makes all things beautiful in His time. Lord, please show me every day as you're teaching me your way that you do just what you say in your time. So, in His time, in His time, He makes all things beautiful in His time. Lord, please show me every day as you're teaching me your way, that you do just what you say in your time. All right. Well, I hope that was helpful to somebody today, and just remember that things happen in His time as we follow Him, and that sometimes we just have to take care of the things we got to take care of. And I'm grateful that we're given the strength to do it. So thanks for watching today, and appreciate you guys. And those of you who are choir and bell folks that want to help, don't worry. I'm going to be letting you know soon. We're going to be having work times where folks can come and help. So thanks. See y'all later.